It began 3 years ago with a challenge to put Mobil 1 through the toughest real-world test imaginable, through the most extreme conditions nature could deliver. A challenge to drive around the world on just a single oil change. The Mobil Drive Around the World Expedition.
4 vehicles, 31 countries, 16 months. 66,000 kilometers. That's why we used Mobil 1.
And if you'd think it was hard on the drivers, on the engines it was pure torture. But when the going was at its toughest, Mobil 1 kept things running strong.
At 58 below, windshields started to crack, but our engines just kept going.
So this year, what could we possibly do to top the drive around the world? How about a grueling journey around the harshest continent on the planet? The Mobil 1 Drive Around Australia Expedition. And this time, we wouldn't be using just any car. We'd be using the world's fastest ute, the HSV Maloo R8. And not only that, we'd put Australia's leading race driver, 5-time Australian touring car champion and Bathurst winner, Mark Skaife behind the wheel. Why?
We set out to drive more than 36,000 k's around Australia without an oil change, finishing up at Bathurst. And to make it more interesting, we thought we'd have a crack at the world land speed record along the way.
In laboratory tests, Mobil 1's SuperSyn anti-wear technology keeps engines performing exceptionally well, even after 340,000 kilometres. But this was no laboratory, this was the real world. And after the RACV sealed the engine to make sure we couldn't change the engine oil, we set off around the country to test Mobil 1 in the most punishing way imaginable. We drove the toughest roads and the most extreme weather conditions Australia could dish up, and arrived at the Woomera prohibited area, aiming to break the Guinness World Record for the world's fastest ute.
We wouldn't all be out here doing this if we didn't think we could do it, so 100% we'll be into it.
With the superior protection offered by Mobil 1, the HSV Maloo overcame huge amounts of engine stress to achieve a two-way average of 271 kilometres per hour and smash the existing record.
The speedo goes to 260k and it's firmly set on that.
But the challenge didn't stop there. We wanted to end the adventure with a final fling around Australia's most punishing racetrack, Bathurst.
If you want to succeed at Bathurst, you need everything running at its best.
Could it be done? Could an engine really make it to Bathurst after breaking a land speed record and travelling more than 39,000 kilometres through some of Australia's most unforgiving conditions? It was another incredible triumph for Mobil 1 and real-world proof that when you have the right motor oil, nothing on earth can stand in your way.
Well, it's over now. The car's in great shape. It's still as good as new. Mobil 1's done it again.
And even though your customers may never encounter the conditions we did during our travels, if they love their car and they love to drive, Mobil 1 is the choice for their engine, no matter where they go.
And with Mobil 1, the world is yours.